Good morning, homesteaders. Welcome back to our homestead here in northern Arizona. My name is Vaughn, and this is our channel, Arizona Unplugged, documenting our journey here at the off-grid homestead. We live on almost 50 acres of beautifully forested mountain, and we're getting some work done today. This is going to be at least a 2 or 3 part series of this particular project. It's a beautiful day today, a little breezy, a little cool, but perfect for what I got to do today, and that involves digging. We all love digging dirt, right? So we have a problem, and I'm about to fix it. This is a problem I've talked about before, and today's the day to start working on a solution. So behind me here, hopefully you can see without the sun glare. Let's see. Right there, we've got two 2,500 gallon water tanks that hold our rainwater. This is the primary source of our water. So we have two tanks there, and I've got two exactly the same tanks over there at the shop. Both of those drains, you know, to supply the power water room, end up right here. These, see if you can see in there. Nope. These two lines right here. So the problem I'm having is when the water level reaches a certain level in the tanks, the pump inside the power water room is not receiving the water. There's a gap of air in between the level of the tanks and the level of the pump. The pump works fine when the tanks are at least halfway full, but when the water level drops below that, the pump will not pick up that water. So I have to transfer water from one tank to another, raising the level in order for that water to get to the level of the pump. Remember, water finds its own level, right? So if the tanks drop below the height of our pump, it won't pick it up. So to solve that, we have to transfer water over, raising the level. Then I got to come here in the water power room and reprime the pump and get us going again. And essentially what that causes is the way the setup is now, when the tanks are about half full, somewhere around there, a third full, there's no more water. Meaning we can't use all the water we have in the tanks because of this current setup. So what I'm going to do is underground, right here where I'm standing, where these two sides of the storage tanks connect, right here in the ground, I will be installing a pump. This is a pressure activated pump, and I know, guys, I'm with you. I'm not down with Harbor Freight stuff. However, the last few things that I bought there have worked flawlessly. One of which is including the big 2-inch trash pump, because we have had to haul some water out here in the last couple days, and I think the wife is going to haul 2 more IBC totes full of water, which is about 550 gallons. So this will be our third delivery in the last few days, giving us about 1,600 gallons of water, which is sorely needed because we haven't seen rain in quite a while, and the moisture we did get a few weeks ago, the snow, that only gave us, you know, a little bit of water. So I need to be able to use every drop of water in all of these tanks. So to do that, this pump is going to be below the level of all the tanks. It's going to be in the ground in this meter box right here. It's going to be installed with the check valve as well after the pump. So what that'll essentially do is keep my water level in a needed state, in a needed level, to where this pump inside will pick it up. This pump will also help reduce the amount of pressure that the very expensive Grundfos pump will need to supply the property. So it's kind of acting as a booster, as a helper, not only to get the water from all the way to the bottom of the tanks to the pump, but also as an added source of pressure to pressurize the water. So this is the project for today. I'm going to excavate the dirt here. I think it's only about a foot deep or so, 18 inches deep. I want to excavate it, see what we got. I got to install also, I'm being preemptive. While this is open, I'm going to run our water what did we call it? Our fire suppression water supply pipe. I'm going to stub that up, get it ready for the next build, or one of the next builds is the side shed here attached to the the water power room. I've talked about this before. There's going to be a fire suppression system in there with a 2-inch trash pump and all the hoses needed and shutoffs. Also, the generator will be mounted here, and also the diesel heater, which will keep my batteries warm next winter, will be mounted in here. So a lot of stuff going on, guys. But running out of water and going out and having like a half a tank of water is not acceptable. Again, when the tanks are full, you never even notice it. But right now, since we're in this very, very limited moisture time of year, I want to get every drop of water out of these tanks that I have. So that's where this underground pump is going to go. It's got a pressure switch on there, so anytime we use anything anywhere on the property, this will kick on. It'll sense that drop of pressure. It'll turn on and pull that water from the tanks uphill up into the existing Grundfos pump, giving us almost double the capacity, double the amount of water that's usable to us. Because right now, like I said, when those tanks get to a certain level, the pump inside the room won't pick it up. So anyways, twofold solution here. I like the idea of having an extra pump. If my Grundfos was to go out, this one would still be able to supply the property. It's not as good, it's not as high as capacity, but it'll work. It's 630 gallons per hour it can pump, which is way more than we'll ever need. But we'll see how it works. Kind of a secondary priming pump is, I guess, what we can call it, because this will keep our primary pump primed. Say that 10 times fast. So I'm going to excavate this, guys, and I'll make a number 2 video to this showing you the layout here underground. It is 1-inch PVC coming from those tanks and 1-inch PVC coming from those tanks. They're going to combine here and increase to a 2-inch fitting. The 2-inch fitting is going to go for the water suppression, for the 2-inch trash pump, and after the check valve, a 1-inch line feeding the water power room here. So it may seem a little bit confusing for you guys, but basically at the end of the day, all we're doing is adding a priming system to the primary pump inside to make sure that when those water levels drop in the tank, it doesn't stop our water flow, because now that water level is lower than the pump and it's not picking it up. So this is going to help us pick it up. Actually, I'm hoping, crossing fingers. If you guys have any questions about what we're doing out here, put it down in the comments box. I will be making another number 2 video once this is excavated and ready for the plumbing part of it. I'll come back and put a what should we call this video? Priming pump install, number 1, 2, and however many it takes to get this project done. But this is my project for at least this morning. We'll see how hard this dirt is to clear out. But yeah, there you go. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Do that thumb up thing and that bell thing and whatever. It is a beautiful day. It is very nice out here. As far as the garden beds here, I know I said we're not going to be doing any gardens this year, but we are going to do a little bit of stuff. We're going to get started. I actually have some seeds coming. We're gonna plant our blackberries, and we're gonna plant some jasmine, some flowers, probably in these rocks here to kind of attract pollinators. So we're gonna just start at the bottom and work our way up as far as the gardens are concerned. We still need to get a chipper. That's gonna be the next big piece of equipment out here. We're gonna chip all these branches, and then I need to get a tractor that has a cannon box in the back. I need to rent one, and smoothing out all these areas, and we'll be getting all these rocks out. So that's kind of an update for the garden thing, but water is primary right now. We may be getting some rain later this week. There's a 40% chance, but I'm not going to hold my breath, and I definitely don't want to run out again. So we've been trucking in some water whenever we go to town, and that's been working out pretty well. So I will see you on priming pump install video number 2. We'll see you on the next one. Prep and thrive.